This man named Ivor Hopkins and him live Yasser Carnarvon, where them talk the most Welsh in the world. There's so 9 out of 10 people chat the language and most of the rest understand it. Even so, Ivor born and grow in a one different place in a the part of London where the community chat Welsh right up to now. Neither him father nor him mother did ever live in a Wales, but they told them they chat Welsh good. Him tata are the first family to settle in the city in 1886, although him father did bring mountain pony to sell at the horse fair just outside of London 1 generation before that. All of our family fluent in the language, and sometimes him jokes say him raised bilingual, cause him mother taught the dialect from the north, meanwhile him father taught the dialect of Ceredigion down south. After him passed through high school in London, him enter College of Cardiff to study Welsh literature and Welsh history. Him get experience for write poem in a Welsh when him pen the lyric for one rock band and same time sing with them. Him not the strong desire to sing like them time, but desire for perform linger with him. And him fortunate for put on show in a several continent. Them already translating poem them in a more than 20 language, and it's nice that he can use the local language when him perform, rather than have to depend on translation in a English. Of course, it's also nice to travel around Wales. Back in 1986, Ivor did amongst the first poetry tour around the country, and him take part in plenty other ones since then, mostly with other Welsh language poet, but sometime along with poet them from other countries such as Martin McIntyre from Scotland.
Ac o dîm Carnarvon, Ivor Hopkins.
One next constant thing in him poetry career are when him take part in the Talawan, one knockout poetry contest on the radio, with 2 teams of poets challenge them one another every week to see who will win crown champion at the end of the year. Ivor team Carnarvon win that honor enough time, and him owing dues to the Talawan in other ways. The task fire up in creativity.
Hinlin arall I wadu'r hinlla, e bychiad arall mewn monolog o luniau.
Across the years, he published 6 poetry collections, 1 novel about Welsh life in London, and half-dozen factual work. Even so, Ivor did work as television producer for him regular job. Sometimes him all present program, and still do that from time to time. Him cover plenty different subjects, for instance, from Thailand around the world to history of slavery in the United States. Him do one series when him puppet on Cymraeg, for one social experiment where him travel around Wales to see if him could get by without using no English at all.
Ble roeddech chi'n byw? Rwy'n byw yn y Benny.
In our next program, Ivor walk round the slate quarry them in a North Wales where mother family did work over several generations. That way of life, where the only heavy industry in a Welsh history go along purely in the language, inspired plenty of fame poem them.
Mae hanes yn hollti'n hawdd mewn dwylo medrus. Aeth y ladis a'r dutchies I fyd gwell prifysgolion, I doi capeli ac ysbytau. Arhosodd lluosogrwydd mwy fan hyn I godi pyramidiau'r werin, I droi cerrig wast yn rhwysg.
The Moorsign program a documentary, sometime with literary connection, like in 2017, when he commemorate the centenary of Heddwyn, a bright young poet, we meet him there to Wipers. Him never find out same win the chair for the best poem at the Eisteddfod for that year. When Ivor crowned National Poet of Wales in 2016, him same one on subject of documentary. This year clip show the night them project one of fame poem them pan the side of Big Ben.
Dwi'n falch iawn o fod yn rhan o Sul y Cofio yma ar Lanau'r Tafwys. Achos fel Cymro Llundain, fel hogyn a fagwyd yn y ddinas hon, mae gweld yn hiaith ni yn cael ei thaflunio i fyny fyna ar ochr un o adeiladau mwy o symbolaidd y ddinas hon yn wirioneddol wefreiddiol. Ond dwi'n licio meddwl hefyd, gan fod hon yn ddinas mor cosmopolitan, gan fod gwledydd Prydain yn gyffredinol mor cosmopolitan, a chynifer ohonyn ni bellach yn siarad ieithoedd heblaw Saesneg wedi magu i siarad ieithoedd blaw Saesneg fel ieithoedd cyntaf. Dwi'n licio meddwl bod cynnwys y Gymraeg yma yn gydnabyddiaeth o'r ffaith yna hefyd.
If we're always interested to find out other media to reach new audience for the Welsh language poetry, whether that's a beer mat, postcard, or even bus stop. And of course, we collaborate with other musicians. He performed this year's poem as part of the concert to celebrate when he opened the Senedd in 1999.
Fydd colofnwyr papur newydd ddim yn cael parhau ar arfer o sillafu gogledd a de Cymru hefo G a D fawr megis gogledd a de Korea neu Vietnam, achos nid y 49th parallel na'r DMZ sy'n ein gwahanu, ond Lôn Sal, pobl sy'n deud Sietin a defaid teircoes ban y Brycheiniog, felly rhybydd, cynulliad, fydd yn newid ein ffordd ni o feddwl. Rhybydd, cynulliad, gadewch y rhagfan wrth y drws.
This video have a particular attraction because it's easy to incorporate the subtitle in another language and not interfere with the way the viewer enjoy the sound of the poem in the original language. But nothing beat the experience we share poem them with a live audience. We appreciate it.
Diolch yn fawr.
And ever hope we continue to do that for plenty more years in a Cymru and in the wider world out there.